I'm going to call the council meeting to order, and before we say the pledge, I just want to explain to everybody we're really sorry about what's happened here. We had some serious technical difficulties, and we did not have enough people here in person for a quorum. We do have the people on the telephone. We're going to conduct the regular business, most of it here tonight. There are going to be a couple things that we will put off until the next meeting, and but there are some things that we do need to get done tonight to conduct our regular business. So, having said that, if everybody would please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our clerk tonight is Mike. Take the roll, please.
Morissette, DeZiel, I'm going to go out of order, I think.
Here.
Alms,
No.
Weber.
Here.
He said here.
Is he? Can you hear?
Yeah, he said here.
You did.
Okay. We'll do, why I'm just blanking out right now.
Sarah.
Brock. Yeah, I'm just trying to go last.
I'm here.
And Hall. Here. Thank you.
All right. So, with that, we'll get into presentations. We have a presentation for Citizen Life Saving Award. Chief? Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. The Hudson Police Department believes in the recognition of its citizens for their actions and outstanding efforts in assisting the community and the police officers of Hudson. In keeping with this belief, the Hudson Police Department would like to recognize Cully Orstad for his rapid response and bravery during a time of emergency. On Friday, June 11th, 2021, at about 7:26 p.m., the Hudson Police Department, Hudson Rescue, and St. Croix County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to Lakefront Park in Hudson, Wisconsin for a swimmer in distress. The St. Croix County Sheriff's Office had a rescue boat en route, while the Hudson Police Department responded to the scene with rescue ropes from the shoreline. When Hudson police arrived on scene, the distressed swimmer was located in the water, yelling for help, and was unable to swim back to shore. The swimmer advised law enforcement personnel that he was not able to keep his head above water for much longer. While many onlookers took out their phones to record the distressed swimmer, rather than assisting this individual, Mr. Orstad responded by swiftly and without hesitation. He obtained his kayak and frantically paddled to the distressed swimmer, who was approximately 150 yards from shore. The swimmer was able to grab hold of the kayak, and Mr. Orstad was able to bring him safely back to shore. Mr. Orstad's recognition of the severity of the emergency, along with his swift actions and bravery, directly resulted in the saving of this life. Without his swift actions, the situation would have undoubtedly been more tragic. It is clear Mr. Orstad is most deserving of this life-saving award, as well as the great appreciation from the Hudson Police Department and the City of Hudson. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief.
Would you like
Thank
to
you.
say anything?
Just in the right place at the right time, I guess.
Thank you, Mr. Orstad.
Thank you.
All right, next we have comments and suggestions from citizens present. This is your opportunity to talk about anything that is not on the agenda, any issue that you have that you'd like to bring forward to the council. So if you would keep it brief, and please try not to repeat things that other people have said. Having said that, is there anyone who has a comment?
My name is Beth Weiskopf. I live at 2408 Donegal Way. I'd just like to speak on the diversity committee that the city has formed or is looking into. Recently, the city of Hudson has been selected as a dream city, which the mayor has said shows that Hudson is welcoming and inclusive already to those around us. Yet, we want to form a diversity committee. What exactly is it that we aren't doing when we have been just awarded the dream city? Nelson Mandela said, "Our world is not divided by race, color, gender, or religion. Our world is divided into wise people and fools divide themselves by race, color, gender, or religion." The diversity committee, as you may think it's welcoming and inclusive to people, which we already stated we are, is dividing people based on race and gender and religion and their sexual identity. Instead of including everybody, equality for everyone, no matter how they identify. So let's not divide, let's just include everyone as a whole. You say you wanted to attract people from, I think Mr. DeZiel said he wanted to attract people from the cities with showing that we're inclusive, yet last fall, Hudson shut down because we had that coming here, and it wasn't a good thing. I'm not saying that it's not good for people to come here, but when we were trying to get people to come here, we shut down because things were happening that weren't good in the city. So I'd just like to know, what is this committee going to be doing? What are the problems in Hudson that this is supposed to address? Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. Any other comments?
Hey, Mr. Mayor?
You just want to say, yes.
This is Paul DeZiel. We can't really hear any of the public comment. Can you give me like a one-line summary of what was just said?
Yeah, the last speaker, Beth Weiskopf, was just wondering, boy, I hate to have to paraphrase what she had to say, speaking for her, but what she said is that she thinks that because Hudson has already been declared a dream city, she's wondering what the purpose of a diversity committee is. She quoted Nelson Mandela. That I cannot do. I don't have that in front of me. And so she's just wondering what the need is.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have the ambassadors here from our Hudson ambassadors, and it looks like they're going to talk to us. So if you could please speak into that mic.
Okay. Good evening. We are your 2020-2021 Hudson ambassadors. I'm Marissa Brown.
And I'm Andrea Byer.
I'm Gabby Mock.
And I'm Maddie Miller. And we just want to thank you for your constant support throughout our reign this year.
This past year as Hudson Ambassadors has had its ups and downs with COVID, restricting us from being able to do many things we would normally get to do. But despite that, we pushed through and persevered to represent our hometown of Hudson.
Thank you for your support and allowing us to go forth with this year to help encourage the youth to be future leaders of Hudson. Thank you.
Thank you. If you would please step forward. I've got some Hudson pins here for you I'd like to give you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I know how much time and effort you young women put into this.
Thank you.
And it is appreciated. And it's recognized that, this is all volunteer time and that you put a lot into it. So it is a good thing for the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, and the program is a fabulous program. The people that have been chosen ambassadors in the past have done a fabulous job in representing our city, and they have been great ambassadors for Hudson, and we really do appreciate all you do, recognize what you do, and thank you for what you do. And we look forward to seeing you at Booster Days. Thank you. Thank you. All right, any other comments?
I have one by text because Kristen Emerson wasn't able to be here on Zoom. So she says, number one, Zoom. You can't stop Zoom meetings. It is exclusive and only shuts out marginalized people. People who work 2 jobs to make ends meet so they can live in Hudson, people who work the night shift, people who have kids. We can't make it to in-person meetings. We started attending when Zoom made it possible. It seems as though people in charge didn't care for the voices of the marginalized. It's easy to shut down Zoom meetings so voices can't be heard. The excuse of it costing money and time doesn't bode well. Zoom meetings can be configured so no one can chat or have their video on. You can only participate if you raise your hand and are unmuted. That doesn't take a lot of resources. You need to allow everyone to participate, not just the 9 to 5 white fox. Number 2, the Golden Rule Initiative. I grew up in New Richmond. It was the city beautiful in 1993, and it still is today. If someone were to rename New Richmond, it would have to go through a lot of people. How can Rich all of a sudden brand a city? There was zero community input. The people who have been retroactively added to the committee include a lot of white, middle, upper class folks. My biracial friend was told he could be on the committee, but that would mean an activated patriot would also get the same option. So the black person can get a voice only if the racist gets a voice too. This initiative is unacceptable. Our city should not be branded without extensive research and community input from cross-cultural and cross-economic background. I personally met some folks this week from New Richmond. They used to live in Hudson. They left because their child was marginalized because she didn't have the economic status that the rest of these kids have. Hudson is an exclusive community. You don't get it because people who feel left out leave. That's unacceptable. You need to have some empathy for people who aren't in your income bracket and find a way to truly be an inclusive city. If that means you get some equity training, then that is the bare minimum that needs to happen. And that was from Kristen Emerson.
Oh,
Oh, I got called. Sorry.
okay. Hang on. Paul, are you there?
Nope, I'm adding him right now.
Okay. We're going to pause for just a moment. I'm showing he's still on. Hello? Hello?
Okay, so I think I'm on. Paul, are you on? I'm on still, yeah.
Got it, okay.
Okay, so Paul and I are back.
Got it, thank you. All right, any other citizen comments? Any other comments? Any other comments? Close that portion of the agenda. Next is the consent agenda.
Approve the meeting minutes from the June 7, 2021 regular council meeting. Approve claims in the amount of $924,437.69. Approve operators as listed on the list sheet. Approve Bridge the Valley Bike Rally on Sunday, August 15th, 2021. Approve Turning Point Empowered Women 5K on September 25th, 2021. Approve a home occupation license certificate of compliance at 215 Liberty Street, Lindsay Kundinger. Approve Spirit of the St. Croix Art Festival on September 25th through 26th, 2021. Approve a certified survey map, extraterritorial zone, Town of Hudson at 669 County Road N, Richard Pearson. Approve a conditional use permit application for a massage building at 1615 Maxwell Drive, unit number 3, Swan Massage. Approve final development plans for Quick Trip store expansion at 2401 Crestview Drive, Quick Trip Incorporated. Approve a fence easement agreement for 109 Tribute Avenue, Andrew and Elsa Porcero. Approve no parking on the south side of Burl Oak Curve at Carmichael Road during middle school student dismissal. Approve putting up a safety sign on River Ridge Road. Approve discussion of possible action to reduce speed limit on Carmichael Road between Cooley Road and Faith Community Church. Discussion and possible action to reduce the speed limit on Carmichael Road between Cooley Road and Faith Community Church. That's the same thing.
Yeah, and that should actually read to change the speed limit to 35 miles an
35
hour.
miles per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody got that?
With those corrections, move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Roll call.
Morissette?
Yes.
DeZiel?
Yes.
Weber?
Jim?
Yes.
Bruck?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Motion's approved, consent agenda is approved. We are going to postpone items under new business items A and B. And then go to item C, discussion of possible action to approve City Hall project bids.
Move to approve.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
We've got a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve. Aaron, go ahead.
No, you're good. Don't worry.
All right.
Quick summary, we're under budget, and we're very happy with the bids.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Yeah, Aaron, just Paul Bazil here, sorry, just a question, that 60,000 under budget, the issue sheet said something like we might look for other recommendations in the future, but I'm also wondering if we can just save and not use that 60,000?
Yeah, and that's the other part of it too. I mean, if we don't use it, we save that money. Now, it is from bonding and notes, so it's actually, it is debt that we incurred, so the money will be there. It'll have to be at some point used for kind of something project related. Doesn't have to be this project related, but anything that's eligible, like under statute to use for like notes and things, we could use it for.
Okay, thanks.
Probably use it for technology.
Randy said we could probably use it for technology.
Yes.
But he's not smiling or laughing when he
Wow,
says
because
that.
I'm serious.
Yeah. All right. Any other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. The only thing I've got, other than, I apologize to everybody that was here for the technology difficulties that we had tonight. For anybody that's listening in, same to you, we apologize for that. For those people that were Zooming in, apologize that Zoom did not work for everybody here tonight. And other than that, I want to wish everybody a very happy and safe 4th of July. Please stay safe, and I look forward to seeing everybody down at Booster Days. Anybody else?
Are you taking items for next agenda? Okay. And have we decided, will our next meeting be that first, the earlier part of July, since some of these things have been now a couple months out, or a month out roughly, since they were supposed to be discussed? I know we've had some issues.
I could not hear that. I apologize.
Okay, so what Sarah is asking is when our next meeting is going to be. She's wondering if we're going to do the July 6th meeting, and because there are a couple items that have been on the agenda that have not been addressed for a while. So she just wants to know.
Correct. So at this point, we had talked about not having the July 6th meeting because we really did not have anything pressing. We have no public hearings or anything like that. So I guess that's up to the council if they would like to hold that meeting still on the 6th I guess all we would have from this agenda, obviously the A and B, the Second Amendment sanctuary city request, and then the action use on city resources. Now, I don't think that either of those are time sensitive, but that would definitely would be, it would be a council decision if you wanted to decide to hold that July 6th meeting.
We have traditionally not held that first meeting in July.
May I ask about construction over the 4th on the 35 project?
Yeah, why don't we address Sarah's issue here first?
I was wondering if we were going to meet on July 6th.
Well, it doesn't matter to me, but
I don't mind putting things off until the end of July.
I think I'm a type A person, so this is hard for me, but that's okay. I can wait.
Okay, so the discussion here is about the July 6th meeting. Randy said it doesn't matter to him, he would be available. Joyce is thinking that these, agrees with Aaron, these are not time sensitive and we could put it off to the end. Sarah indicated she's a type A person, but she's willing to go along with what the council decides. Is that right? I hate speaking for people.
I think you captured it beautifully.
Okay. All right. Any other council members want to weigh in on that?
This is Paul Bazil, Mr. Mayor. So yeah, I think we can put both of those off. I don't see either one of those as an urgent thing.
Okay. That's what we'll do.
I'm in agreement.
Sounds good. Excellent.
And then before you talk about construction, I do have two things to consider for the next agenda then. I've had folks reach out and mention that in New Richmond, when they stop the Zoom, what they do instead, so people have a way to get their comments public, not just by emailing city council members, but then they would email it like to the city administrator, and then it would be read during public comment, so everybody could hear it then. So that's something I'd like us to discuss about offering to our residents. And then I was hoping for an update on the status of doing a Q&A on the website, and an update on making some of the documents with respect to public record requests on our website too. So I think at that point, when we meet on the 20th, that'll be about 2 months out. Sorry, it's the type A again.
Okay. Aaron, were you able to catch that? Aaron?
We're working on both of those things.
I apologize. I got none of that. My connection is just horrible. I get like this weird double feedback.
Not a problem. Nick?
You sound pretty good though, Mayor.
Yeah, well, I'm talking right, I got the phones right in front of me here, so. All right, so Sarah had indicated that New Richmond, when they stopped doing Zoom meetings, allowed citizens to send their comments in to the city administrator, and then the city administrator would read those comments at the council meetings. She also talked about
Best practices on
she wanted a Q&A portion on the city website, and also wanted to talk about the Freedom of Information Act requests and have information for those out on our website. Okay?
Okay, so let's go backwards. The Freedom of Information Act items, we are working on being able to accept credit cards. I know that was part of it. That should be about 30 days or so. We'll be ready for that. We are looking, at potentially other cities' policies, but honestly, all cities basically just follow the state statute on it. And so what we're trying to do is just make our form a little clearer with the information. But I don't know that we're going to change a whole lot other than maybe add a little bit of clarifying to it. So there's that for the Freedom of Information Act requests. The Q&A for the website, I guess I'm not sure what that means.
I think it's probably like just standard questions that people might ask about the city.
Like an FAQ?
Yes,
Yeah, frequently asked questions.
We talked about the best practices 2 meetings ago, or a couple of meetings.
A couple of meetings ago, maybe
Yep.
3
And
meetings.
we'll have a memo for the council.
Okay.
On documents and public comment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good? Randy?
Okay. What was the first part? I mean, there's one more she had asked. Oh, New Richmond. We have never read into meetings comments or anything like that. I mean, pre-COVID or whatever, we never would read, because people would often request, I want this entered into the record. Well, I'm not sure what that means, but that had not been our practice before. I mean, I think at this point, if you want to make a public comment, I think your best recommendation, if you can't make it in, which I understand that some people can't, is to email your council representative, and then also the full council as well. And then, the council representative or any council member, if they feel it's warranted, can then bring your item up at a meeting for addition to a future agenda, of course.
Okay. Randy?
I just want clarification on, I watched the Public Works meeting.
You know what, is this gonna be,
I just want to know if we're stopping construction during the holiday
okay.
and who made that decision, and I'm against that.
All right,
For the
so,
record.
so Randy is wondering if construction is gonna be stopped on Highway 35 downtown during the holiday, 4th of July. And I think, Mike, you want to answer that, or is Miraz? Yeah, come on up here and, I don't know about,
And let me just quickly say, it's a lot to do with the way this project has been taking place as it is. And I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yep, absolutely.
speak up please, loudly.
Yep, so we've been having some issues with contractors staying on time schedule. The original plan was for the downtown portion of this project to be completed by July 1st in time for Booster Days. This was at kind of the pre-con stages of the project. That date was pushed back to August 1st, and the plan was to complete all the concrete portion before the Booster Days and the asphalt portion after Booster Days. Well, there's been some delays and stuff like that with the crews being on site. Now they are behind, and what they wanted to do was they kind of completed the west side. They wanted to jump over on the east side and start tearing up all the sidewalks in front of Mickelson's Drugs, Wells Fargo, so on and so forth, and open up that stretch of sidewalks during our busiest weekend of the summer. And so staff said that, now is not the best time to do it. They were going to shut down in the provisions. They were going to shut down over booster days regardless, just because of the amount of people downtown. So seeing that they were going to shut down next week, Wednesday, Thursday anyways, we kind of just advised them it doesn't make sense to start in the downtown section. Now they're going to kind of work on the ancillary portion. So like south of Cooley, north of Vine Street, they're going to still continue to work, but the core downtown, they're just going to hold off for a week and a half till after booster days, come back in, complete the east side of the sidewalks, moving the light poles, then they'll come back in and do the road surface after that. So it's not a huge delay in the project per se for downtown, the core downtown. So that's an update on that.
Good.
Yep.
Thanks, Mike. Anybody else?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. We stand adjourned. I want to thank everybody for indulging all of the technical difficulties we had here tonight. We'll get it worked out. So, thank you.